Hey everyone, this is Soumya from Bookfeast channel, and today in this video we are going to see on the topic All Summer in a Day, which is written by Ray Bradbury. So from the topic we could have a guess that it is something that deals with science. Yeah, the story is basically a science fiction that explores the theme of life on Venus and in other planet, which as of today is not possibility. So it is not possible for a human to live on Venus, but in future, if man has in scope an idea for living in the Venus, what would be the life? What will be the life of a person, one who stays in Venus? So here is the story which seems to be the perfect example, and it is a kind of speculative fiction. That is, it comes under the genre science fiction. When you go for the writer's introduction, Ray Douglas Bradbury was born in 1920 and he was passed away in the year 2012. He is an American author as well as a screenwriter, and he has written variety of genres that includes fantasy, science fiction, horror and fiction. Many of his works has been rewarded, and his works often deals with the figurative languages like similes, metaphors, symbolisms, personification, etc. And he was a special nationalistic person, one who talks about the reality in the scientific approach. When you go for his awards, he has been awarded Pulitzer Prize, and this seems to be the icon of his talent. Let's see what this story has gonna give a perfect example for his writing. Before that, I just want to tell you, I have posted the particular content in Tamil also. If you are in need of that, please do refer the description for the link. Please do share and subscribe our channel to get further more updates, and please do click the bell icon to get more updates. So when you go for the theme of the story is the life on Venus. And when you go for the characters, 9-year-old children were mentioned, and Margaret is a girl who has come from Earth to Venus, and William is one of the boy in the gang. Teacher and Margaret father and mother has been mentioned just by name, they are not a literally character. The children in the classroom on the planet Venus are getting ready to see the sun that appears only once in 7 years. That is, for an hour it will be sunny, and after followed by the 7 years it will be full of rainy. So this is the climate condition there, and it has been raining for 7 years, and there has been a tidal wave over the islands, and also 1,000 forests were crushed under the rain. But the 1,000 crushed forest has been grown up and 1,000 times to be crushed again. It talks about the fertility of Venus, and this is why the life on Venus, and this is how the life on Venus has been expressed. And 7 years ago the sun came for an hour, and everyone were literally enjoying it, and people they were waiting for the sun to come again after 7 years, and it is the time for the sun to arrive, and the children remembered a warmness like a fusing in the face. So they were enjoying the sunlight and the warmth which is given by the sun. And the students, the children, they started having conversation within themselves regarding that. They have wrote many poems, and they have written many short stories, etc., which with their own knowledge, which paved the way to write about the sun, because it has been there waiting for 7 years, and they wanted to explore their happiness. And Margaret, she writes a poem. I would like to read the lines. I think the sun is a flower that blooms for just an hour. So a sun is a flower that will bloom only for an hour in Venus. So it is written by Margaret, where the other children, they literally started hating her for all her visions, where she is a girl from Venus to, from Earth, from US to Venus. And she remembers the sun and the way the sun and the sky was when she was in 4 in Ohina, US. But the other children, they were only 2 years old when the last sun appeared. So they may not remember what was happened. They have totally forgotten the color and also the heat of the sun and even the shape of the sun. But Margaret, she remembers and recall it like a penny, because she was 4 when she saw the sun in the earth. But the other children, they cry that it is not the fact. You are not telling the truth. You are just lying. Margaret says The sun is like a fire in a stove, but the children cry that she is lying and she doesn't remember what has happened 7 years ago. But she remembers it very well. She never wanted to put more stress in the sentence because the children hate her pale snow face, her waiting silence, her thinness, and also her possibilities and her possible in the future. So they never wanted her to be a icon of their attraction, the center of the attraction. So they never accompanied her even in their playings too. This resulted in that she could never join with them. The children hate her, so she would play no game with them. She is different from other children, and for to add more flavor to her difference and to her distinguishment, she has been sent as a person who is negative minded. That is, there is a conflict between Margaret and the other children. There was an incident once when Margaret was asked to shower in the school shower room. She stresses on the sentence that she would never shower in the school because it is very chill for her and she could not withstand her, and she never wanted the water to touch her body. This resulted a drastic change where everyone they said that she should leave the Venus and she should go back to the earth. That is, she never wanted to come back to Venus, and because she is not accepting the terms, conditions, or the faith which is followed in Venus. So people never wanted her to come back to Venus. Her parents also decided to take her back to the earth, though it is of highly cost. And it has been raining for 7 years, and there have been tidal waves on over the islands. 1,000 forests were crushed and they were there was a growth again, and this was the life of Venus. And again the students, they started putting up many knowledgeable works in the form of poem and short stories in order to welcome the sun. When the children they came to know that she's going back to earth next year, the children hated her for all these reasons, and that day they locked her in the room. They have gone back to the classroom to meet the teacher. When the teacher arrives, they settle themselves in the classroom where they literally forgot about Margaret. And Margaret, she was locked inside the room. And they were wonderstruck to see the sun coming out, and they saw the color of the sun, the flaming blondes, the shape of the sun. With this excitement, the children they rushed to the classroom. They saw their faces which were warm and which were very pleasant with the sky and the sun. And they feel the sun on their cheeks like a warm iron. They ran and enjoyed the whole day. They ran among the trees. They put themselves hidden behind the trees. They have started playing hide and seek. But a girl, she stopped suddenly. Any guesses what for? Yeah, she stopped suddenly. She's holding something in her palm. When she gathered all other students, she opened her palm, and the thing in her palm was nothing but a raindrop. So when they saw the sky above them, the sun had faded and a cold drop fall on their faces. Suddenly, the smiles of all the children were vanished and they have to return to the classroom. We love rain if it is a season. We don't love any season that has a continuous progress for over 7 years. So the people, they hated rain, and the smiles had vanished from their place, and they have gone back to the classroom. At one point, one of the girls, she remembers about Margaret, where she shouts for her, and she opens the door. She slowly unlocks it, and she let Margaret out. So this is how the 1 hour of sun's experience in Venus has been portrayed in this story. And to add more flavor, the writer, he clearly depicts that it may or it might be the situation of the future. So just guess whether it can be or it can't be, or it may be or it may not be. So please do mention your answer in the comment section. I would like to see. And I have posted the particular content in English, in Tamil, and both in English also. If you want it to be in Tamil, please do refer the description for the link. Please do share and subscribe and click the bell icon to get further more updates. Thank you.